I know a lot of you are curious about this topic. Ano nga ba talaga itong impeachment? Next question, what are the grounds for impeachment? Ano ngayon ang epekto kapag na-impeach ang isang government official? Yung pinaka-recent naman natin na impeachment case is involving the Vice President right now. There was already an attempt na iakyat ito sa Senate for trial. They are ready for trial na. However, there's a twist to that. Mic test. Alright. Hello, good day everyone. This is Attorney Jane and for today, pag-uusapan natin ng isang napakahalaga at napaka-interesting na topic and I know a lot of you are curious about this topic. So sa araw na ito ay pag-uusapan natin ang topic na impeachment. Impeachment 101 tayo ngayon because alam naman natin that it's very relevant nowadays and a lot of you are curious kung ano nga ba talaga itong impeachment? Sino nga ba ang pwedeng ma-impeach? Is this a normal process of removing public officials? O is this a tedious process? Is this a political process? The what, the when, where, how, and why? Lahat ng yan na pag-uusapan natin ngayon. So in one simple sentence, ano nga ba talaga itong impeachment? This is a process by which higher-ranking public officials are removed from their positions. Sino-sino ang mga examples ng mga high-ranking public officials na ito? We have the President, the Vice President. These are just samples ha. They are removed kung sila ay may matinding kasalanan. So, regarding the process of impeachment, let's break it down in the simplest way. Some of you might be wondering, no? Ano nga ba talaga ang legal basis ng impeachment? Saan ba to galing? Is this just an imagination of the mind? Or is there some legal basis kung saan hinuhugot yung basis for impeachment? The basis of impeachment is nasa talagang saligang batas natin. This is the 1987 Constitution. So, if you are going to look at our Constitution, talagang nakasaad dito, no? So, Article 11, nakalagay dito, accountability of public officers. Nakasulat po sa Sections 2 and 3 of Article 11 kung sino ang pwedeng ma-impeach at ano nga ba ang grounds of impeachment. So, pag-usapan natin, who can be impeached? Sino lang ba ang pwedeng ma-impeach? Pwede bang i-impeach pag barangay official ka? Pwede bang i-impeach if you're a senator? If you're a congressman? Pwede bang i-impeach ang any public official? Sagot po ay hindi. Only high-ranking public officials na enumerated sa ating Constitution ang pwedeng ma-impeach. Sino-sino nga ba sila? Una would be the President of the Philippines. Pangalawa, the Vice President of the Philippines. Pangatlo, the Justices of the Supreme Court. Pang-apat, the members of the Constitutional Commissions such as the Commission on Elections, Civil Service Commission, as well as the Commission on Audit. Ito po ay ang ating mga constitutional commissions. And also, the Ombudsman. Sila po ang mga pwedeng i-impeach according sa ating Constitution. It is expressly stipulated sa ating Constitution, the President, the Vice President, the members of the Supreme Court, the members of the Constitutional Commissions, and the Ombudsman may be removed from office on impeachment. Ayun. Next question, what are the grounds for impeachment? Kapag ba kinasuhan sila sa korte, pwede nang maghain ng impeachment? Pwede na bang ganon? Hindi, no? There are only limited grounds to initiate or commence the impeachment process. At itong mga grounds na ito, dapat matinding kasalanan talaga yung nagawa nila para makahain ng impeachment against them. What are these grounds na nakastipulate sa Constitution? If I may read, nakalagay dito talaga kung ano yung mga grounds. Culpable violation of the Constitution, treason, bribery, graft and corruption, other high crimes, or betrayal of public trust. These are the grounds na nakalagay sa Constitution na kapag ito ay nagawa ng mga high-ranking public officials, these will be grounds to commence an impeachment complaint. So again, ano yung mga grounds to commence an impeachment complaint? Culpable violation of the Constitution o matinding paglabag sa Constitution. Ayun, no? Second, treason, no? Or pagtataksil. Ayan. Another ground is bribery o panunuhol. Another ground would be graft and corruption. Meron ding ground na other high crimes or betrayal of public trust. Ayan. So these are the grounds specifically enumerated sa Constitution that can be used, no, para mag-file ng impeachment complaint. As you can assess naman, itong mga grounds na ito ay matinding pagkakasala, di ba? Ibig sabihin, ang impeachment po ay inihahain, not grounded sa simpleng pagkakasala lamang, kundi dapat ito ay based on a serious offense. Next question, paano nga ba inihahain itong impeachment complaint or how does it start? Ang tawag dito ay initiation of the impeachment complaint. As As you have observed naman, it is the House of Representatives na may exclusive power to commence or to initiate an impeachment complaint. Pwede rin namang mag-file, no, ang kahit sinong citizen as long as may endorsement po ng congressman. O kaya naman, ang congressman ang mismo mag-file. Okay, what happens next kapag na-initiate na siya, kapag na-commence na ang impeachment complaint? Again, this can be filed by a normal citizen with the assistance of a congressman or pwedeng congressman mismo ang mag-file ng diretsyo. What happens next kapag na-file na ito? Pag yan ay na-file na, papasok na yan sa House Committee on Justice. Ibig sabihin, it will be checked and reviewed kung talagang may basehan ba. Kung may basehan nga, ito ay ipapasa sa plenary. And this will go through a process of voting and it must be voted for approval by 1/3 of all the members of the House of Representatives. But what happens kapag umabot nga ng 1/3 ang boto nitong impeachment complaint na ito, dediretso na po ito sa Senate. So, aakyat po ang impeachment case to the Senate for the formal trial process. Kung titignan ninyo, ang role talaga ng House of Representatives dito is to begin, to commence, to initiate the impeachment complaint. And it will require the vote of 1/3 of all the members of the House of Representatives. Kapag umabot po ito ng 1/3 of the votes, aakyat na po ang impeachment case sa Senado and it will undergo a trial process. But take note po ha, may limitation po ang pagfa-file ng impeachment complaint. Hindi pwedeng in 1 year ay maraming impeachment complaint against an official. Hindi pwedeng ganon. The limit is only 1 impeachment complaint against 1 official per year. Kasi pag hinayaan natin na, for example, 3-4 na impeachment complaints ifa-file in 1 year against a high-ranking official, it can be used as an avenue for harassment. So the Constitution wants to avoid that. Kaya nga nagkaroon ng limitation, 1 impeachment complaint lamang po against 1 public official in 1 year. Ngayon, for example, tapos na yung voting ng 1/3 of all members of the House of Representatives. Umakyat na ang impeachment case sa Senate. Ano ngayon ang mangyayari? What will happen when the impeachment complaint reaches the Senate level? Ito na ngayon yung important part. Magkakaroon ngayon ng Senate trial. Kapag nagsa-Senate trial na kasi, itong mga senators natin, magko-convene sila and they will become an impeachment court. And magkakaroon ng trial, actual trial. And to be able to convict a high-ranking public official, kailangan ng boto ng 2/3 of all the senators. Ibig sabihin, if we have 24 senators, it will require the vote of 16, at least 16 senators para i-impeach ang high-ranking public official. So what is the effect kapag umakyat ang impeachment complaint sa Senate, nag-convene ang Senate as impeachment court, at nagkaroon ng voting of 2/3 of all senators? What happens next? The high-ranking public official who is subject to the impeachment complaint will be impeached. Ano ngayon ang epekto kapag na-impeach ang isang government official? Babasahin ko yung exact phrasing ng ating Constitution ha, para lang maintindihan ninyo yung effect nakalagay dito. Judgment in cases of impeachment shall not extend further than removal from office and disqualification to hold any office under the Republic of the Philippines. But the party convicted shall nevertheless be liable and subject to prosecution, trial, and punishment according to law. Ano po ang ibig sabihin nito? It means po na kapag ang isang public official ay impeached, unang-una, siya ay matatanggal sa pwesto, removal from office. Pangalawa, the impeached public official will be disqualified to hold any further office under the Republic of the Philippines. Ibig sabihin po ay hindi na siya maaaring humawak ng pwesto. Nakalagay naman dito na pwede pa rin siyang kasuhan sa korte after impeachment. Now, if you are curious, no, nagkaroon na ba previously ng mga impeachment complaints against prior high-ranking public officials? Yes, we already have history ng impeachment. For example, way back in 2000, the previous president, no, Joseph Estrada, may naghain po ng impeachment complaint against him. Now, what happened to that case? Nagkaroon ng impeachment complaint against him on the grounds of plunder, bribery, betrayal of public trust, pati graft and corruption. So, yung impeachment complaint na inihain po against the previous President Estrada, umakyat nga po sa Senate, nagkaroon ng trial. The intervening event was, nag-resign po siya. Nag-resign siya, eventually. Kaya hindi po natuloy yung impeachment against sa kanya because he resigned. In 2012 naman, nagkaroon din ng isa pang impeachment complaint na inihain against Chief Justice Renato Corona. So, in that impeachment case, ano yung grounds, no? The ground was yung failure niya to disclose his assets sa kanyang SALN. Ano itong SALN? The Statement of Assets, Liabilities, and Net Worth. So, failure to disclose yung kanyang mga assets. It went through the Senate trial proceeding at nagkaroon nga ng conviction. And if I'm not mistaken, this was the first case wherein talaga nagkaroon ng proper impeachment trial and conviction against a high-ranking public official. There is also another impeachment case involving an ombudsman previously, Ombudsman Gutierrez. This was way back in 2011. So, ang nangyari kasi dito, if I'm not mistaken, nagkaroon ng impeachment complaint inihain against sa kanya on the grounds of graft and corruption. So again, similar to what happened to previous President Estrada, she resigned as well. So hindi natuloy yung impeachment conviction. Walang impeachment conviction na nangyari because she resigned. So there was no trial and there was no conviction because of that resignation. So one of the most recent impeachment cases was way back in 2018 involving Chief Justice Sereno. What happened here? So ang nangyari dito kasi is nagkaroon ng impeachment case initiated sa House of Representatives. However, hindi na siya umakyat sa Senate trial because nagkaroon ng legal issue kung ano nga ba daw ang proper basis for removal niya. So nagkaroon ng dispute dito regarding impeachment versus quo warranto. So this will be subject to another discussion kung ano nga ba yung quo warranto. But suffice it to say for now that in that particular case, 2018, Chief Justice Sereno was not removed by impeachment but was removed by quo warranto. Yung pinaka-recent naman natin na impeachment case is involving the Vice President right now. So what happened? No? Naghain na nga ng impeachment complaint sa House of Representatives. There was already an attempt na iakyat ito sa Senate for trial. And in fact, there were already 22 senators who took an oath to act as judges doon sa Senate trial. Nanumpa na sila for the trial. They are ready for trial na. However, there's a twist to that. Some of the senators voted to bring back the complaint to the House of Representatives. Gusto nilang ibalik. At talagang ibinalik nga nila sa House of Representatives yung impeachment complaint. Ano yung rason daw nila? Para i-check ang articles of impeachment kung valid pa ba ito because it was initiated nga by the previous Congress prior to the election Nagkaroon ng intervening event of the election. But other senators naman, sabi nila, the Senate must try and decide. Wala naman dong ibang sinasabi yung Constitution, no? So medyo hati yung ating mga senators dito Some of the senators, they voted to bring back the complaint to the House of Representatives. Some of the senators naman, they want to already try the case, no? And proceed with the trial ng impeachment complaint. So this is still a developing matter and we are yet to know what will happen next. But for now, alam na natin kung ano nga ba talaga ang overview nitong impeachment, sino-sino nga ba talaga ang pwedeng ma-impeach, no? Hindi po lahat ng public officials ay subject to impeachment. Again, only high-ranking public officials who are enumerated sa ating Constitution. And there are only limited grounds na pwedeng maging basihan for the impeachment. Hindi pwedeng basta-basta nagkamali lang. Hindi po ganun. There are enumerated grounds for impeachment. So, I think that's it for now. Sana po ay nasagot ko ang mga katanungan ninyo regarding impeachment in the Philippines.